Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for joining us for it. Appreciate your being here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. A lot to talk about, as usual. But last night, wow, the press releases were coming fast and furious, weren't they? On Donald Trump appointments. Man.
I love it.
He's filling roles in his upcoming administration really quickly. I'm sure he's had some time to think about this and plan for it. And man, did he ever. And there are some surprises.
Yeah, there are.
Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth? From Fox News, Pete Hegseth? Yeah. Or is there a military guy, like a general, I don't know?
No, he's a military guy.
Yeah, yes.
Didn't you know that?
I did know that. Yeah, I know that he is a veteran. I know that.
Yeah.
So, he seems to be a good guy, seems to be a conservative guy. He's certainly a Trump loyalist. But Secretary of Defense?
It's a good gig.
Oh, man.
A great gig for him.
I love some of the stuff that he's been saying. So
I think.
I'm just not sure about his Secretary of Defense chops and the resume that would, bring him to that position. But maybe that's just me. Let's hear some from him. Here he is talking about women in battle.
Uh-oh.
I'm straight up just saying we should not have women in combat roles.
Thank you.
It hasn't
like
made us
him
more
already.
effective, hasn't made us more lethal, has made fighting more complicated. We've all served with women, and they're great. It just, our institutions don't have to incentivize that in places where not traditionally, over human history, men in those positions are more capable.
Oh, my gosh, how dare you?
Oh, man.
How dare you say that?
That's exactly what the left said last night.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. When was this interview?
Last week.
Just last week. Okay. So he's obviously...
He was laying the groundwork.
You laying the groundwork. You bet. But that's an interesting way to lay it because there's going to be weeping and wailing about that. Holy cow.
I love it.
I don't know. Call me old-fashioned.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck in the mud in the 1950s. But I don't think women should be in combat either. We don't have to do the same things.
Right.
We don't have to.
So you don't want women to die.
Okay,
so
therefore, I
You're
don't
a
support
misogynist.
women.
You're a misogynist.
Yes.
And a sexist because you don't want women dying. Yes.
And maybe Jeffy can also talk about this, but when I served and I was deployed with a female, there were some times that we had to wait for them because it was,
Hold on.
Get out of here, really?
It was
Okay.
Why?
that time of the month.
Oh,
and they
golly.
had to be
Oh, my.
dismissed.
No,
and I'm like,
honey.
really?
No.
You got a post to go to.
They weren't doing their makeup. It was something else.
No.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Why can Jeffy speak to this?
He can because he deployed as well.
Did he?
Yes, he deployed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
remember the big battle for the Island of
Operation
Spice?
Urgent Fury.
Thank you.
Doesn't like to talk about
Doesn't
it.
like to
don't like
talk
to
about
talk
it,
about
right?
it.
That's why I rarely bring it up.
Yeah, sorry.
Women just doesn't like to
Women
talk
were
about it.
not deployed with us.
They weren't part of the
Oh, okay. I'm
Island
sorry
of
then.
Spice battle.
No,
I mean,
Okay.
it was the early 80s.
So you don't necessarily have any
I
thoughts
do
on
not.
this
I do
particular
not. It doesn't
topic?
surprise me that they would
Yeah.
be late for a particular
Event.
instance. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So the left obviously not happy with Pete Hegseth on that, and there's
Oh,
more.
man.
There's more tasty
Oh,
treats
boy.
from that interview last week.
Okay. Here's how he'll fix the military, or how he would.
There's a chance to course correct it, but it would take the new Trump administration going after it really hard.
How would they correct it?
Well, first of all, you got to fire. You got to fire the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and you got to fire this. I mean, obviously, you're going to bring in a new Secretary of Defense, but any general that was involved, general, admiral, whatever that was involved in any of the DEI woke, it's got to go.
Yes.
Either you're in for war fighting, and that's it, and that's the only litmus test we care about. You got to get DEI and CRT out of military academies, so you're not training young officers to be baptized in this type of thinking. And then, whatever the standards, whatever the combat standards were, say, in, 1995, let's just make those the standards.
Okay.
And as far as recruiting, to hire the guy that, did Top Gun Maverick and create some real ads that motivate people to want to serve. And there's lots of other ways in which you could identify who gets promoted and what, but there's an ethos change. I mean, there's a reason people don't want to serve, because they don't trust that their senior leaders are going to have their best interest in mind in combat. I know there were mistakes made on our tours all over the place, but I at least, for the most part, had a sense that my senior leaders were committed to the completion of the mission for the right reasons. And maybe there were strategic differences and all that other stuff, and it wasn't always perfect, but that trust is broken, and you have to reestablish that trust by putting in no-nonsense warfighters in those positions who aren't going to cater to the socially correct garbage.
Okay, how could you appoint anybody but Pete Hegseth for this position?
All right, look at this.
Welcome to the show.
So great.
That's
Donald
good stuff.
Trump, is that you?
It is an outside-the-box pick, and
Sure
I
is.
love it so much.
It's a little unsettling because it's so far outside the box that you're like, wait, what? The pretty boy that we've seen on Fox for 10 years? Mr. Gorgeousness?
Right.
That's good. All right.
All right. I mean, at least he knows how to speak to the public.
Yeah, and on weekends, I guess he can be a Vogue model or whatever. That'll be good. That'll be good.
I think he got to the rank of major, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw that.
Major.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think this is such a great pick. I mean, one that I personally did not see coming. But
No, nobody saw
absolutely
this
am
coming.
in
How
love
could you?
with.
How could you see this coming? There's no way. Man. Fantastic, though. I mean, I've always liked him. Just don't know his qualifications for this, but he certainly seems to be.
I mean, give me another
speaking common
30-second
sense.
soundbite. I'm good to go.
Yeah, right. I know. Well, how about this from a leftist who was shocked over Pete Hegseth? Cut 25.
Must have been hacked. And then I saw this.
A leftist named
An
Don.
official statement from Donald Trump saying,
Lemon.
I am honored to announce that I have nominated Pete Hegseth to serve in my cabinet as the Secretary of Defense.
Read it. Why is that funny?
At first, some of these folks, these nominations, I said, okay, or appointments. All right, they're a little extreme, but there were some normal people in there, kind of normal, like Marco Rubio or Mike Waltz.
We need to talk about the Rubio one. That's
Just
not
regular
done.
old Republicans in there. But Pete Hegseth,
What are you laughing
the
at?
morning weekend host
Hold on.
on Fox News.
This is a self-own. He realizes that, right?
Come on.
Okay, that's your take? Come on. It's a Joe Biden take. So is he basically saying that if you're on TV,
I
you
guess
have
can.
no business
Yes,
being in
exactly.
a authoritative position?
Yeah.
Okay, Don Lemon on TV.
I mean, I will grant, though, to him, obviously I was surprised.
Sure.
He's surprised. But he's not going to be moved by the same things I'm moved by. So he'll continue to be pissed off about this. And
Don
I
Lemon
won't.
Can't understand. You know, the left always talks about life experiences and all the different backgrounds and diversity of life experiences and stuff. You know, Pete Hegseth had a life before he showed up on Fox and Friends. Okay, I mean, he has other accomplishments in his life, Don. I know that it's hard for you to even consider the fact that someone could have a life outside of TV. But wow, sounds like a bitter, sad man, Don Lemon.
A little jealousy.
And he
mixed in
mentioned
there.
Marco Rubio, and that's not official.
No, he's not been nominated.
Yeah, that's not official. Let's see, the Kash Patel thing wasn't official. I don't think the Waltz pick was that. I don't.
Official?
Is that not official? Maybe that one might be.
Is that the
now.
representative Walls?
Yeah, NSA. Yeah, he is. That one is.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he sent out a Trump statement.
Because the New York Times had originally reported the Rubio and Waltz thing. So the Waltz thing is accurate, but the Rubio and the Patel that I saw from
Not yet.
Simon, that's,
If ever.
Yeah.
We don't even know for a fact
Just
that
a heads up on that.
they're in the running. But also getting a nod in the new administration was John Ratcliffe for the CIA. Here he was going up against rogue FBI agent Peter Strzok.
The approximately 50,000 text messages that I've seen with your personal beliefs like F Trump, stop Trump, impeach Trump, go ahead and confirm on the record that none of that occurred on an official FBI device or on official FBI time. Go ahead and do that.
Sir, no, they did. Many of them did.
Oh, they did. Okay, so
50,000, sir.
So really, no, I'll give you a chance at the end. So what you really meant to say was that when you said you never crossed that bright, inviolable line, what you meant to say was, except for 50,000 times, except for hundreds of times a day where I went back and forth. expressing my personal opinions about effing Trump and stopping Trump and impeaching Trump on official FBI phones, on official FBI time. Other than that, you never cross that line. I'm sure there are 13,000 FBI agents out there that are beaming with pride at how clearly you've drawn that line. Agent Strzok, are you starting to understand why some folks out there don't believe a word you say, and why it's especially troubling that you, of all people, are at the center of the 3 highest profile investigations in recent times that involve President Trump, and that you were in charge of an investigation investigating, gathering evidence against Donald Trump, a subject that you hated, that you wanted to F him, to stop him, to impeach him. And do you see why that might call into question everything you've touched on all of those investigations? Chairman, I'm done with this witness, and I give back.
It's going to be your CIA director right there.
That's good.
So good.
That's good stuff.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Representative, is there a question there somewhere? That's the only thing you could possibly do to wiggle out of that. It's all true. How could you? How could you trust this guy? And how could you trust the FBI, who knew what he was saying, knew what he was doing, and continues to appoint him to these investigations? And here's Ratcliffe being asked about UFOs a while ago.
Ooh.
There's now a report that will be issued by the Pentagon, by the Secretary of Defense, and the Director of National Intelligence. I actually wanted to get this information out and declassified before I left office, but we weren't able to get it down into an unclassified format that we could talk about quickly enough. But frankly, there are a lot more sightings than have been made public. Some of those have been declassified. When we talk about sightings, we're talking about objects that have been seen by Navy or Air Force pilots or have been picked up by satellite imagery that frankly engage in actions that are difficult to explain, that movements that are hard to replicate, that we don't have the technology for, or traveling at speeds that exceed the sound barrier without a sonic boom. So in short, things that we are observing that are difficult to explain. And so, there's actually quite a few of those, and I think that information is being gathered and will be put out in a way that the American people can see. We always, when we see these things, Maria, we always look for a plausible explanation. Weather can cause disturbances, visual disturbances. Sometimes we wonder whether or not our adversaries have technologies that are a little bit further down the road than we thought or that we realized. But there are instances where we don't have good explanations for some of the things that we've seen. And, when that information becomes declassified, I'll be able to talk a little bit more about that.
Can you tell us where it was seen?
Your mom's.
Actually, all over the world. There have been sightings all over the world. And when we talk about sightings, the other thing I will tell you is it's not just a pilot or just a satellite or some intelligence collection. Usually we have multiple sensors that are picking up these things. And so, again, some of this are just they're unexplained phenomenon. And there's actually quite a few more than have been made public. So I think it'll be healthy for as much of this information to get out there as possible.
Please, it's swamp gas and weather balloons.
Is that right?
We all know that. We've known that since the 50s.
Duh.
Right? Relax. And it's people hallucinating, seeing things, making stuff up in their own mind. So don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I love that he's going to be the guy, and maybe he'll finally blow the lid off this and share it with the American people who can, by the way, handle this information.
Yeah.
Just tell us what's going on. Stop with the secrecy. Be transparent, and tell us show us the evidence you have. I want to know what's going on once and for all. Wouldn't that be nice? It would be fantastic to finally get that information. And with Donald Trump in the White House and this guy as head of the CIA, maybe we'll get some answers finally. God, it'd be great. I love this topic, but it'd just be so nice to put it to bed once and for all and just know one way or the other. Is it our stuff? Is it alien stuff? Are these people from another dimension? Because they have way more information than they've ever given us.
Oh, yes.
Who was the guy we talked to a while ago about UFOs and things? And
Back in August, Chris.
Yeah. Whatever his name was. He's an expert on it. He's done documentaries on it. And I asked him, in today's world, with all the technology we have, how is it that we haven't seen something clearer than this? We have.
Yeah, we have.
Oh.
We haven't.
We haven't. Yes, the American people aren't.
We have.
We're not privy to that because I guess we're babies and we can't be trusted with that information.
You got it.
But they have it. The elites have it. Our betters have it.
Right.
Share it for the love of heaven. Share it. Do you see? By the way, I'm hearing lately that the James Webb Space Telescope has spotted light from the nearest, I think it's the nearest exoplanet. It's Proxima b, and it's not natural light, which means it's not coming from a sun or a reflection off of a sun or a quasar or whatever. They said this is uniform and it's not like other sources of light. So, in other words, it's like street lights.
I was going to say it's
like lights from a city.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
And it's right around.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
right around the corner, though.
They haven't confirmed it. They're still trying to figure it out. But yeah, it's it's right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
30 trillion miles away.
That's wild.
But it's just around the corner.
It's right there.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to talk about new research suggests that what we know about Uranus could be wrong because when the Voyager went by it, there was a weird
yes, there was
a weird thing happening in the
atmosphere. So they read it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so they
meaning
think
what?
they think that everything they know about
Uranus
is wrong.
What about my anus?
I don't know.
No, they don't. Do they know about that?
No research.
They don't know if that's correct or not.
All right.
We're not looking into
Interesting
it at all.
And by the way, that interview was with Luis Elizondo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Luis Elizondo. Yes.
Eminent.
Indeed.
Eminent.
Eminent.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it was the name of the book. Yeah, Eminent.
Yeah. So it's getting more and more interesting as time goes on, and I just want to know what the deal is.
And by the way, that guy was the former head of the Pentagon program for UAPs. So.
Oh, Elizondo?
Yeah.
Right.
So he saw this stuff,
and he's on just about every UFO documentary you've ever seen.
Yes,
this guy gets around.
A real quick housekeeping on Pete Hegseth, that one clip that we played about how the military is so woke and we got to do all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a thing where they plan on, I think Trump said somewhere that they're going to, under his administration, they're going to have like I forget what it's called, but like a warrior something where they're going to review all these generals. You're going to go, it's basically house cleaning. We're going to come in here, and if you were a part of the DEI crap under Biden, the woke stuff for our troops,
have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
Oh, please, you have to. I mean, it's rotting from the inside out.
They better have some rat watchers at these departments. I've said it all before, and I don't know how to do it, but, man, he's laying the groundwork, and all these departments are scurrying like rats on a sinking ship because that's what it is. And they better have some watchers, man.
Yep.
Because people are going to be scurrying to save as much as they can.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. If we learned anything from this election last week, it's how important it is for us to fight, like Donald Trump said after he got shot in the ear. We also learned how desperately the left wants to fight to take babies' lives, which is why every day Preborn Ministries fights for those babies. Preborn's network of clinics is positioned in the highest abortion areas, and they're fighting for mothers who are deciding between life and death for their unborn children. So by introducing the mother to her child with a free ultrasound that was provided by you with your donation of $28, that buys one ultrasound. For 5 ultrasounds, it'd be $140. Whatever you can afford would be so greatly appreciated because it changes people's minds. And it changes their lives. And then they show those babies and the mothers God's love by providing additional assistance for up to 2 years. Baby formula, baby food, diapers, all the emotional support, all the things she needs. So when those on the left shout abortion, we must shout life. Please help preborn in its quest to save lives today. If you have the means, maybe you could even consider a leadership gift to save babies in a big way. Your tax-deductible donation of $15,000, if you could afford that, that would place an ultrasound machine in a needy women's shelter, saving countless babies for years to come. So if you'd like to donate whatever it is, $1, $15,000, $15 million, whatever you can spare. This is so important. Most important thing we talk about every day. Dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. Pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat.
Now, more of Pat Gray Unleashed.
So Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, now we know what they're going to be doing.
Awesome.
And Vivek is not going to be the White House spokesperson. Again, a little beneath him, I think.
Front runner is his attorney.
Yeah,
the chick.
Yeah, the one chick. I saw the chick that
his
was
attorney.
posted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can't think of her name.
Shoot.
Hang on.
I saved a picture of her. Hold on, because I figured that was a Trump. She was in.
Yeah,
she was in.
Yeah.
There was no way that she doesn't get the gig.
Alina Habba?
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. There's no way that she doesn't get
And of course,
gig.
it's quite possible that she's fairly attractive.
Well, you
possible.
could decide.
Yeah,
I mean, you could decide.
Right.
Let me find
that's all subjective.
Oh, sure.
It is.
Oh, absolutely.
It is.
Your opinion may vary, depending on
But
whether
he
or
has
not
a
you're
track
blind.
record.
This
But
is,
he has a track
He
record.
does have a track record. So
this is a picture that I saw posted on
Get a close-up
X
of that.
yesterday. I'm guessing that's possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are the
Okay.
press
Secretary.
conferences going to be done in that attire?
Yes.
Yes, poolside at
Yes,
Mar-a-Lago.
poolside.
All right, so you talked
That's
about
fun.
Elon Musk
But
and
Elon,
Vivek.
yeah, and
the
Vivek.
Department of Government Efficiency.
Doge.
Yeah.
Which we have one in studio.
Yeah, there we go. Right here.
Oh, yeah, look at there.
This is Doge right here. Now, I was a little disappointed. I found out this morning this is not the one that actually went to space.
Not the one.
Oh, no. Really?
Shoot.
I know.
What a
But
rip-off.
this is the mascot.
What a ripoff.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Didn't you pay like $250,000 for that? And then you find out it wasn't
didn't go
actually
to
in
space.
space.
Well,
Yeah.
the company credit card took care of that.
That's a good point.
So, so I guess the deadline for all of these things is, what is it, July 4th, 2026, as Trump said on his press release, the 250th anniversary.
Oh,
So-
yeah. So they're going to be in the Department of Government Efficiency. They're going to be looking at ways to cut waste and regulations.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Who better than these two guys to oversee something like that?
Yeah, and we're going to have our own Javier Milei moments, I think, when they get in there. Remember how we wanted this so badly for us?
Yeah. Yep. Now we've got it. Hopefully.
Ministry or whatever, gone. Out.
Afuera. Afuera.
Yes. I love it. So that is how Vivek and Elon are going to be handling government waste.
Has he?
But they're really just they're not going to be able to do what he's doing. They're just going to be able to say we should do this.
Yeah,
Right,
but they're
they've
going
got
to
no
follow
power.
through. They're,
You know what?
They've got no power.
Okay.
Don't rain on our parade.
Oh, you don't think Donald Trump's going to listen to them?
Yeah, he's going to listen to him, but so is all the other people in this country. And everybody wants all these cuts until
I
they
know.
start cutting their stuff.
That's true. It's true. It's going to be more difficult than just saying it.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Calvin Coolidge, the last president to
cut anything,
cut the
really.
deficit.
Yeah, to cut anything. So what does afuera mean?
Out.
Chris? Just out.
Out.
That's all it means? Out. That's a long word. For
Afuera.
just out. You
Why
should
not
probably
just-
switch
that's
to
what- that's
the
why-
real language.
yeah, thank you. Out.
You know? Out. And then
Yeah,
you don't
but
have to do this 3-syllable word for out. Just say out.
But think of how he could enunciate that.
Afuera.
Afuera! As opposed to out. Yeah, afuera. much
Afuera
better.
makes
Yeah.
sense. Yes. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate you.
So Tulsi still hasn't gotten a role that we know of. Maybe Veterans Affairs? I don't know.
that'd be good.
That'd be good, but I think it's a waste too.
What do you mean it's a waste?
What would you like to see her do?
I wanted. To
I was
see
kind
her
of
to
thinking defense secretary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
that was
as well.
Yeah.
NATO, but that's all those big jobs are gone.
Yeah. NATO, too?
I
head
wanted
of
her
NATO?
to be. Yeah, isn't NATO the?
It's the
from
North
New York.
American.
No, that's United
The
Nations.
chick from New York.
That's United Nations.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's
At
the
least
UN,
Stefanik got
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Sorry, the UN. Sorry.
Yeah. UN and NATO are different.
I mean,
I'm
no,
sure
I
she's
mean,
going to have a role.
She's gonna
though.
look
be
at that.
fighting Pete though, right? Because Pete says
she
no
is.
women fighting, and she was over
Tulsi,
there, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that will
Yeah.
be okay.
Oh, true that.
I was like, I was never late.
And the new U.S. ambassador to Israel will be, is this for sure? Mike Huckabee?
Yes.
Yeah.
I read that this morning.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mike
if that's,
Huckabee?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, play the clip.
Can we leave him behind?
No, you want to play
We
this
can't.
clip. You want to play this clip, and I think you'll change your
can't.
mind.
Okay.
I think Israel
Years ago, 7 years ago.
has title deed to Judea and Samaria.
Oh, okay.
There are certain
I like
words
that.
I refuse to use. There is no such thing as a West Bank. It's Judea and Samaria.
Thank you.
There's no such thing as a settlement. They're communities, they're neighborhoods, they're cities. There's no such thing as an occupation.
I love it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Welcome.
All right.
And this is a way for
Welcome
the daughter to get rid of him. All right, so she's the governor of Arkansas.
Yeah.
She's like, Don,
Dad, get off
send
my
him,
back.
Don,
Send him away.
Send him to Israel or something. Just get him out of here.
That's so great, though.
Yes,
and who
it
has
is.
had the balls to
Right?
say it?
Right?
I'm so sick and tired. They are the only nation. Well, we kind of put up with it, too.
Yeah, we do.
They're the only ones who are occupiers, settlers. It's their land.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's been theirs for 4,000 years.
When I saw that clip making the
Jeez.
rounds last night, all I could think of is, Dearborn, your votes are already in and they have been counted.
Yeah, right. Right.
But that brings peace to the Middle East.
Sure does.
So the Dearborn community should be happy that there's.
I mean,
peace
they're already
in the
look.
Middle
All
East.
these Hamas is already starting to back down. They're already all starting to. Ooh, maybe we need to rethink what we're doing.
Yeah.
And so we'll see. I mean, look, Trump is on his way to the White House today, right, to meet with Biden. Melania said, "No,
thank
I'm
you."
not doing tea
Yeah.
with Jill."
Big,
Sorry.
big day in D.C. today. You know,
You got this
they've got the
Trump
vote.
and the Biden
Senate
meeting.
majority vote.
The Senate vote. The House is talking about. There's conservative saber rattling, saying, maybe we'll get Mike Johnson out too
Good.
as speaker.
And you saw him
I don't
yesterday.
know,
I don't know if we have the clip of Biden talking to the reporter yesterday.
Oh, yeah, we have that.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
fried.
Have a nice day. Get out.
Yeah.
Trump will take care of it.
But before we play that, though, I just want to say, are we just not even going to push back on these contested votes in Arizona, Nevada,
We're getting to it.
Minnesota,
Some
Michigan,
Wisconsin one, right? too?
Wisconsin? Yeah, is that we're good at 53? We're not even going to fight these? Because there are a lot of crazy questions about some of these races.
There's some minor inaccuracies.
Okay, but I think we should play. I think you're right. That the clip of Biden.
I mean, this proves that he's just get out. There's no point in you even being there.
So what's the question that reporter asks? It's hard to hear.
If he can
There's a hostage-
get the hostages out
Yeah.
before he leaves office.
Yeah,
right?
it's such a presidential reply.
Cut 14.
President Biden, do you think that you can get a hostage deal by the end of your term?
Oh, I like this.
I think you can get hit in the head by a camera.
What are you?
Wait, what?
Do you think you can keep
Are you
from
threatening
getting
her
hit
with getting hit in the head with a camera?
With a
You're going to hit
camera
her in the
President
head?
Biden, do you think that you can get a
Listen to
hostage
this.
deal by the end of your term?
I think you can get hit in the head by a camera behind you.
What does that even mean?
All right.
I think you get
It
hit
sounds
in
like
the
a
head.
threat to me. It sounds like he's threatening her with the camera behind her, that he wants somebody to hit her in the back of the head because she asked him a question he doesn't want to
You
answer.
think you get hit in the back of the head by the camera that's behind you?
So bizarre.
To quote Jeff Fisher, have a nice day.
You think
Just
get out.
Get out.
Get
Thank you.
out.
Thank you.
I mean,
Out.
just go.
Oh, my gosh. These two can't leave soon enough.
There's no doubt about that. Just pack it up now. I hope that's what Trump tells him today. Look, I brought the U-Hauls.
Yeah.
Go ahead, just get out
now.
Get out.
Oh,
Look,
play clip 7 real quick. Play clip 7. This is perfect.
Look at my bus! Oh my God, I love it! Oh wow!
exactly. That's what I want to
It's
happen.
like U-Haul. That's Kamala's new bus.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
888-900-3393 as we check in with Jeffy and chew the fat.
Okay.
There it is. Okay. There's a little delayed reaction. Build anticipation.
Oh, you're not the straw.
He's not a gay bar turned board operator. Just one goal, there's a very skilled breaker. He's not the lovely redhead with home remedies. And he is not one of those Kennedys. He's not the other guy in a baseball hat. His name is Jeffy, and he's here to chew the fat.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Think about it. So I can't get over earlier this hour, we played a clip from Don Lemon. And Don is, got his head up reading this shot right there. You can just stop it right there. Okay, that's Don Lemon from the clip we played earlier today. Mm-hmm. Are we sure that's not RuPaul? Are we sure that's not RuPaul? Because I think it is.
Wow. Have we ever seen him at a party
I don't know
together?
that we have.
I don't think so.
I mean, we know that Mark Cuban is transitioning into Rachel Maddow. Mm-hmm. But I think Don Lemon is transitioning into RuPaul.
They might leave a party together.
I'm just asking a question. Yesterday, you mentioned the celebrities who said they were moving or couldn't live in the United States any longer if Trump became president. There was a report from Study Portals, and I love them, said the number of searches by U.S. students looking for bachelor's and master's degrees abroad increased more than 5 times following Tuesday's election. Bye. We're not paying for your degrees there either. Okay, have a nice day. And you know where it'd be nice for them to go? Haiti. Haiti is beautiful this time of year. I see, Spirit Airlines riddled with bullets. It's a beautiful place. Planes have been shot while trying to land at Port-au-Prince. The Spirit airliner, as I mentioned, was riddled with bullet holes, and there was a flight attendant wounded.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah,
I mean that's.
So the FAA has grounded all U.S. flights to Haiti after two planes were struck by gunfire. I'm just saying, perhaps they go to Haiti to study. Go there. That's fine. That's fine. That flight, the Spirit Airlines flight, was diverted to Dominican Republic, and everybody is fine. But the gangs are running the place. And other commercial flights have been grounded at Haiti airport in the wake of the shooting. They have shot another airplane, a JetBlue airliner, and a UN helicopter. They've been fired at in Port-au-Prince. The United States Civil Aviation has grounded all flights, and the United Nations said all flights were being grounded. And they're issuing civil aviation operations in Haiti below 10,000 feet. Not happening. Do not fly over Haiti. And so remember way back in June, Pat, way back in June of this year. I mean, you can't even remember how old you were back in June.
I think I was 4, but I'm not sure.
Well, maybe you do remember.
Yeah.
All right, so you were 4 back in June. That's when the UN sent a peacekeeping police force to Haiti, led by the Kenyans.
Oh, yeah.
And how's that working out? How's that going?
Really well.
All right.
I think, isn't it going
how's
great?
That going?
Everything's perfect in Haiti now.
That's your final answer?
So that's good. Yeah, everything's perfect.
Oh, you know what else happened on
When
Monday?
you want things done, you send the Kenyan police in.
Thank you.
And they put the hammer down.
They take care of it.
Yeah.
They take care of it. You're good to go. And so also Monday, when the plane was shot at, when the two planes, the Spirit and the JetBlue plane, that was the day that they put a new prime minister in office in Haiti.
Oh.
So he pledged to restore democracy and security in the country. So he said, we are in a transition, an immense project. The essential first project and one necessary to the success of the transition is the reestablishment of security. You think? How's that going? How's that going? How's that going? Okay. All right. Get them while you can. Mattel's line of Wicked movie dolls are being sold at retailers like Target, Amazon, and Kohl's. Were sent to the retailers with the wrong website printed on the boxes.
Uh-oh.
The site on the boxes was supposed to be wickedmovie.com. But the box read wicked.com, which is a porn site.
Uh-oh.
And Mattel said we were made aware of the misprint on the packaging. And, man, they intended to direct consumers to the official wickedmovie.com landing page. We regret this unfortunate error. We're taking immediate actions to remedy this. Parents are advised that the misprinted, incorrect website is not appropriate for children. Okay, well, first of all, let's just pause for one moment, okay? Wicked.com. You can't see anything when you go there. It's behind it's all behind the paywall.
You researched it.
For $2.95 when you log in, which you can't log in here at Blaze Studios and Mercury Studios, which pisses me off, but that's another story. But
dude, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, I'm doing research, and if I can't find out anything here in the building, I have to go behind another paywall, which is it just slows down the process. Anyway, it's like $2.95 for I think 3 days, and that gets you unlimited viewing but no downloads.
Well, you did research,
and then it's $30 a month for 30 for gets you unlimited
is that right?
streaming and unlimited downloads.
Streaming, wow.
Yeah,
okay,
that's awesome. But so they're just saying, be sure to obscure the link and contact Mattel.
So hopefully the kids weren't able to access.
No,
Is that the point? They couldn't access it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And parents were, hey, what's going on, Mattel?
Well, yeah, you'd be pissed, but I'd be so
right. But if someone were to have gone like these parents to Wicked,
then they were blocked.
Yeah,
they were,
right. Unless Dad was already paying for it, which is possible, or Mom. So you got to. Wicked Pictures has been around since '93. They've been producing some good content. So,
wait, what?
Yeah, Black Widow XXX and Captain Marvel XXX, good stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But get them while you can. There's a collector's edition now.
Yes, they are.
I would say that it'd be interesting to know if anyone at Mattel had anything to do with the Wicked website.
Yeah. To see if they did that on purpose.
Are
they investigating?
I don't know, but they were saying that obviously the site traffic to Wicked is up dramatically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is good promo for them.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it was just an oversight.
I'm sure
it was just an oversight. Be sure to subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher, available wherever you get your podcast. Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. Rate and review where you can. Congratulations to Shaboozie's, a bar song Tipsy. Number one for a 17th total week atop the Billboard's Hot 100. Over the chart's 66-year history, the song is now outright the longest leading number one ever by an artist with no accompanying credited acts, surpassing the 16-week command of Morgan Wallen's Last Night in 2023 from the album Where I've Been Isn't Where I'm Going. So overall, a bar song Tipsy now trails only Lil Nas X's Old Town Road, featuring Billy Ray Cyrus for the longest number one run at 19 weeks. So only a couple weeks ago.
Incredible.
Only a couple weeks to go.
That song was number one for 19 weeks?
Yeah, the Old Town Road, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
And Shaboozey might do it. He might pull it off. We'll see.
17 so far for him.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's a couple more. So a couple more weeks. And another congratulations, as in order. People Magazine's 2024 Sexiest Man Alive was announced.
Well, I'm excited
The big
for this.
money was on Glenn Powell and Jeremy Allen White.
Take him out, Chris Cruz.
Nope. Can't do it. John Krasinski.
Well done.
John Krasinski
What?
is the sexiest man alive.
Jelly Roll? How did he not get that title?
He was not on the hot money list, but he could have been, and he should be next year.
Should be.
I don't like your tone.
He should.
I don't like the way
he
your
should have
tone
gone to
is.
Jelly Roll.
He absolutely
Am I right?
should have.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I agree with this one. John Krasinski had a
sexy
good
man.
Fisher, what's your problem?
He pissed me off right now. I gotta calm down.
Jeffy's jealous.
I think he is.
He is. He is, because he wanted it to be him.
Yeah, and then
there was all kinds of people on the list. Pedro Pascal and Travis Kelce and Ryan Reynolds.
Pedro Pascal. Come on.
Come on.
It was on the list. I'm just saying.
Come on.
They didn't get it.
I
Jason
know,
Kelce,
but how can
Tom
he even
Brady.
be nominated for that? Come on.
I figured it was going to be Jeremy Allen White, actually.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Who's that?
You from the
he got run over, right? Is it the one that got run over by
a reindeer?
snowplow?
No.
No.
Oh,
okay.
No. You're talking about the chef. From what's the show? The Hulu show on FX, The Chef.
Oh, Bear.
Yeah, Bear. The Bear.
Yeah.
The Bear.
No, he's not handsome.
Okay, Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, he's from The Bear.
Oh, there he is. Give me a break.
Thank you, Pat Gray. It goes to John John gets it.
Yeah.
By a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, John.
Yeah.
The sexiest man alive, 2024.
I like John Krasinski.
Yes.
Good guy.
Really good guy.
Today's Two in the Fat segment brought to you by Kexi Cookies.
Good
Simply
actor,
the
too.
best cookies.
Absolutely.
On
Very
the planet.
funny.
Oh,
Plus,
and,
yes.
Good at action movies.
Yeah.
He's
And
good.
then that last movie that he did about the imaginary friends, If.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, and he wasn't. Oh, yeah, he was in that.
Yeah, he was
a
the
little
dad.
bit. Yeah,
But
that
that's
was
his
a pretty
movie.
good movie. I
And
liked
that's his
it.
movie. He
Yeah.
wrote that.
He's been
directed
married
that.
to the same girl, Emily Blunt,
Emily
the actress,
Blunt?
for a bunch of years. Got a couple
Right.
of kids.
Right.
He's Mr. Family Guy.
Yeah.
So he's a good
Seems
guy.
like a good
He's
guy.
a good
Yeah,
guy.
absolutely.
Doesn't pop his mouth off all
No,
the
he
time.
does not. He knows when to talk and when not to talk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Kexi Cookies is the sponsor of this particular segment, the best cookies on the planet. November 18th is a big day. Now, you can order today. You can go to Kexi.com and order today. But
Yeah.
November 18th is a big day because
yeah.
that's the last day that you can order Kexi Cookies to get you on-time delivery for Thanksgiving.
19th, I think, but yes.
I was told on the 18th by your staff.
Okay.
And the 18th is
We
also
just keep
the day.
pushing it back. We're getting so busy right now. I think they're having a hard time getting everything together. But here's another thing that's going to make it even harder. I'm not going to see my wife until probably
Next year?
January 3rd. But we've got the coffee cake cookie coming back tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It makes a limited return tomorrow, and so get it while you can. She's also making, because it's completely sold out, she's making more pumpkin bread.
I saw the video of her putting on
Thanksgiving.
so good.
And our Christmas box will be available for pre-order
on the 18th.
on Monday. Yeah.
So same
That's a
as the-
beautiful
same as the
Christmas
last
box,
day.
Pat. That's a beautiful
Isn't that nice?
Christmas box.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So 18th, big day. At
Okay.
Kexi.
You're right. The 18th is a big
Thank
day.
you. Kexi.
Kexi.com. KEKSI.com. What he said.
I'm looking forward to the Tyson-Paul fight this Friday night, baby.
Oh, you and
I'll
me
be there.
both, my friend.
Jake Paul.
Hillary's coming in to talk
Mike
about
Tyson.
that in about 45
All right.
minutes.
So just know
Yeah.
it's Friday night on Netflix.
It's going to be great.
I keep saying it's not a pay-per-view. It kind of is.
Well, yeah, you pay for
You gotta
Netflix,
pay
right?
for Netflix.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it kinda
You don't-
is.
just don't have
It's
to
not
pay
a
extra,
separate,
which is nice.
I
Which
know.
is awesome.
Appreciate that.
Really nice.
Because that'd be $100 normally. You know?
Yes.
If you're going to buy it on
yes.
PPV, that'd be
Oh, yes.
$100.
And I would
Easy.
probably make someone in my house pay for it.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd probably make someone in my house pay for
All
it.
right.
And we're watching it. Put it
I'll be
on.
live
So-
tweeting during the fight. So
I guess we could wait till Hillary gets here, but
Yeah, that's
we'll
fine.
wait.
We can talk
We'll
about
wait.
it. We can talk about it. That's fine.
Because there's a big UFC fight as well.
on Saturday.
And we'll get into
Yeah.
that.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so as we're looking forward to the fight on Friday, also we found out yesterday Tom Cruise announced Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Premiere May 23rd, 2025. Our lives are the sum of our choices. The Final Reckoning. Tom Cruise. And of course, I mean, you can't have the announcement of The Final Reckoning, Mission Impossible, without the trailer.
Of course.
Our lives are not defined by any one action. Our lives are the sum of our choices.
I just said that, man. Thanks.
Everything you are, everything you've done has come to this.
When the need for certainty is absolute and the odds are deemed impossible, the mission falls to him.
Should he choose to accept? For every life you tried to save, you gambled millions more. And now the fate of every living soul on earth is your responsibility. That's the pattern, isn't it? You refuse to sacrifice the ones you hold close.
You've always been on the right side, brother. I have no regrets. Neither should you.
The Final Reckoning.
Man.
I need you to trust me.
I'm ready.
One last time.
I do, Tom.
I do.
I'm going.
I'm with you, Tom.
I'm in. I'm definitely in.
100% I'm in.
Guy's 62 years old.
I know.
I need you to trust me.
One more time.
Looks great.
That looks really good.
That's awesome.
So is that the final for the series? Because
Yeah.
that's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
Doesn't he also go to space in this? Isn't this the one they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Incredible. Wow. I mean, they literally went into they passed the Kármán line.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as
Ferociousness.
my understanding was they went to the ISS, right?
Did they?
I think they did.
But it was after the Russians did it, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Some Russian production did it before, so they weren't.
Wasn't
the
that big a deal?
Ah.
Forget it, Tom. Never mind. We don't trust you anymore. So the college football.
Yes.
Let's talk about some college football, shall we?
Yes, please.
The AP top 25.
My favorite subject right now.
Has your BYU obviously at 7th. With their undefeated season still ongoing after that,
Yes.
after their victory
22-21 over the Godless Animals. Did you see that?
I watched the entire game.
You did?
Absolutely.
They did not play
I'm
well.
sure-
They were very fortunate to win.
I'm sure you know that because you saw the text that I sent you immediately following the game.
I did not. I did not get your text.
1 o'clock in the morning. Really? Yeah. It's just right,
I didn't get
right
your
there
text.
at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's
I'll have to
right
look
there.
for that because it wasn't there before.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it wasn't. It must have been a cell tower issue.
Mm-hmm.
My Missouri Tigers are the 24th and 24th in the AP poll with 7 wins and 2 losses.
Are they ranked in the CFP?
Yes, they are. The 23rd.
BYU's number 6 now.
Number
in the
6
CFP.
from last night's new college football poll. 20 is number 6, and I was looking at who Oregon, of course, is still number 1, and Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Indiana, BYU 6th in the college football poll. Missouri is 23rd, and then I was looking at if the playoffs were to happen now. They still, BYU still gets that bye week, and with that bracket,
They get the
you
3
see.
seed now.
And right.
They
And
play Ole Miss or Penn State, one of the two, in the second round.
I don't know what you want, Ole Miss.
I would take care of either one. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
I don't think you will.
Just being there, just going to the Fiesta Bowl would be. I mean, after the
we're
dire
already-
predictions for the season that they would win 4 games, this is all gravy. All gravy.
Yeah.
Of course, I knew they were going to have.
We're just happy to be here. Okay.
We'll see. More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Let me tell you about a great app called Upside. Fall is here now, and if your bank account is feeling the crunch from summer trips and back to school expenses, all of that, got a game changer for you. It's the Upside app. With Upside, you can earn cash back on everyday essentials like gas, groceries, dining. Do you do any of those things? Yeah, probably. It's easy, and top users are scoring up to $300 a month. I use it every time I fill up my tank or grab a bite to eat.
Why am I not using this app immediately?
You just look at this thing, and it tells you where you can get the cheapest prices. You go there, you do it, and when you use my promo code UNLEASHED, you'll get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill-up.
Nice.
Claim an offer, pay as usual, and then start collecting cash. Really easy. Really, really easy. One of my favorite parts, it also... It's really easy. Cash, not confusing points or credits. Money you can transfer right to your bank account. And with over 100,000 participating locations, it's like having a cash back opportunity around every corner. So download the free Upside app, then use the promo code UNLEASHED. You'll get that extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first tank. And then you can join the millions of users and start earning real cash today. So get the Upside app wherever you get your apps. Do that today.
Pat Gray Unleashed now continues.
With some tweets here, the deplorable Mr. Jackwagon tweets, "Thanks, Jeffy, for the thorough investigative report of the wicked toys from Mattel.
You know what? You're welcome.
Are they recalling the toys out of an abundance of caution?
Yeah, they absolutely are.
Okay.
They are making sure that out of an abundance of caution, we don't want too many kids to see a website name.
Yeah, the problem is there's things on the website, I'm sure.
They can't even get
when you
to
go
it.
there. I mean, there's no introductory thing.
It's just a pay screen.
Yeah.
What you get when you pay.
Okay. All right. There's no inappropriate images.
Nope.
All right.
So why don't you just back off?
I didn't do anything. I'm just reading the tweets. That's all I'm doing. Coyote Killer 65 tweets, did Jeffy own that website, wicked.com?
No, I wish I did.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I wish I did.
Dirty Mule, in addition to the Kenyan police into Haiti, the UN should send the Miami police bike force to Haiti.
Oh, that would take care of some stuff.
No kidding.
Watch man, this. If Barbecue saw these guys coming.
Oh, he'd be done. He'd be done. Look at that.
Only to be outsmarted by the fanny pack.
Yeah, the Haitian gangs would not want to mess with that. No.
From Kenneth Parker, take over Haiti and turn it into the next Ellis Island. Biden Hunter, but wait, I thought Haiti was one of the most amazing countries on the planet Earth, and we should be bringing more Haitians to Ohio and elsewhere. The whole country should be accepting them. Paco D, don't the Clintons own Haiti? Yeah, after all the work they did after the hurricane, it wasn't a hurricane, it was an earthquake. Yeah,
they're helpers.
Sarah the band, Jeremy Renner is the one who got hit by the snowplow while helping someone.
Yeah, we know. Thank you. That's what.
Yeah, it wasn't Jeremy. What was the one you said? Jeremy White or something? Yeah, different guy. Lilbert 10. The only time I will pay for Netflix is for this Tyson fight. It's going to be good.
That'll be fun to watch.
I can't wait.
Me either.
Can't wait.
That I don't know if whatever we're talking to Hillary about it, but the line from Tyson, they just did a quick promo of him watching Jake Paul do promos and talking about being a killer, and he was like, "He's a manufactured killer. I'm a natural born killer."
Oh, I like that.
That's good.
Yeah,
it's true too. It's kind of interesting. Again, we're going to talk about this with Hillary, so maybe I'll keep it to myself for now.
Yeah.
But apparently Jake Paul's mom is very afraid.
Oh, no. A little concerned.
She's seen what we've seen, and that's the little clips of him preparing for this fight.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Now, there's a little bit of a size difference and age difference, obviously. So,
well, 31 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, still, I don't want to.
Still, I wouldn't want to get in the ring with that guy. No, thank you. He's frightening. He's terrifying, is what he is.
You know why? Because he's a natural-born killer.
That's why. That's exactly right. All right. I just have to revisit something we were talking about a few minutes ago, the holy war that happened over the weekend with BYU and Utah. Won by
exciting
BYU.
Exciting game down to the wire. I mean, Missouri came down to the wire. You don't, as a fan, you don't necessarily like them of a particular team, but as a football fan, those games are great.
Yes,
those games are fun to watch because it tears your heart out. You're excited. You're mad. All of it. All of the above. But
this one was in particular somewhat contentious. And the athletic director for Utah came out.
Douche. Who is this guy?
He went to the press conference after. What AD shows up at the press conference before the coach does and starts babbling about the officiating?
He was screaming on the field.
Yeah, he was. And that's why he got the penalty
fined
on the last play.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So then he gets fined for his comments in the press conference, $40,000. And he didn't apologize for it. He talked about what he did, and there could have been a better place for him to do it. But there was no I'm sorry, no apology, nothing. Showing how classless
the godless animals
he is, and they are.
Yeah.
And then there's video. I should have sent this in. There's video of our head cheerleader, the cheerleader director, getting hit in the face with a full water bottle by one of the fans at Utah. Knocked her unconscious. I mean, you could kill somebody
out there. You'd think she'd be able to take a hit.
Would you think?
You'd think that.
No, I wouldn't think that,
really?
Actually. Yeah.
I would.
In fact, I think I'd keep my water bottle in my hand and drink the beverage that was in it. I might.
So,
and
Joe,
that's what you should maybe do.
I don't know if you want this or not, but Joe has a 30-second clip of the AD at the press conference.
Does he? Sure. Yeah. Here's what he said.
Wow.
I've been an athletic director for 12 years.
So you should know better.
This game was absolutely stolen from us. We were excited about being in the Big 12, but tonight I am not.
Good, get out.
No doubt.
We won this game.
Wow. No.
Someone else stole it from us.
Incredible,
Very
man.
disappointed. I will talk to the commissioner.
Will you bring your
This is not
checkbook
fair
with you?
to our team. I'm disgusted by the professionalism of the officiating crew tonight. Thank you.
There you go.
I mean, have you ever seen anything like
No.
it? Never seen anything like it.
Wow.
You've been athletic director for 12 years and you can't figure out you shouldn't be doing that?
Absolutely know better. Absolutely should know better. Welcome. I mean, now that you're Mr. Big Shot in the Big 12,
Yeah,
you think
right.
you can get away with it?
Right.
Come on now.
So, from your unbiased point of view, Pat, the game was not stolen away from Utah?
That's correct.
Okay.
That is correct. Well, it was stolen by the fact that our defense held them scoreless in the second half, and they
Yeah.
only got 79 yards in the second half. So, yeah, our defense stole the game back
And it
from
happens so much in college and the NFL. You know, you think you lose it, and the next thing you know, either you get a penalty or there isn't a penalty called, which costs the teams the game.
Also.
Or it costs them the opportunity to win the game. Those calls don't actually win the games. They
Right.
give the other team
Right.
the opportunity
You still
to win
could
the
have
game.
stopped them.
That's correct.
Presumably, except you couldn't.
Right.
So, I'm watching the play, just for the record, and
Who's holding?
he is doing that over this?
Yeah.
What a loser.
Well,
man.
and even one of the top officials who used to be in the NFL came out and said,
It's
no,
holding.
it was clearly
No, it's
a
clearly
holding penalty.
yeah.
So you just didn't want us to call it? Is that what it was?
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Like, I could see
We're
it.
at home. We expect that call to go against the other team, especially BYU.
Right.
That's 100% what he thought.
That's what they wanted.
Yes.
And no mention of the call that went against BYU that shouldn't have earlier in the game that cost us a touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the face mask penalty that
Yes.
was never a face mask.
That's what I mean. There's calls that, you know.
It evens out. Right?
I'm just saying.
That's, in my
I'm
experience,
just saying.
you know, I'll get pissed off about a call, and a lot of times it'll even out later on.
And a lot of times the referees try to make up. They'll never admit it, but they try to make up for it.
I think they do, yeah.
They
I
try
think
to
they
make
do.
up for it when they realize that they screwed up.
Yeah.
So they try to make up for it. Never. I don't know that it always works out evenly, but they do try to make up for it. But my point is that, okay, so bad call or reasonable call or whatever call you want to call it, it still is up to the team to capitalize
to
on that
perform.
opportunity.
Perform now.
Yes.
Yeah. And we did. You didn't.
Correct.
So.
Correct.
That's two in a row for us.
Especially
Godless
when
animals.
you needed to. You had them backed up, and you got one call.
Yeah, right.
And then they drive it down the field down your throats.
Right.
How about no?
How about no?
And obviously, as
I mean, that's not BYU's fault.
As a lifelong BYU fan myself,
Yes.
I'm 100% behind this conversation.
So that means a lot coming from a lifelong fan
Right.
such as yourself. Thank you for that, Keith.
I keep this hat on standby for Nebraska seasons like this, which if you're about every season.
Dang.
That's Nebraska.
You guys even bowl eligible yet?
Not
Why
yet.
don't you back off?
They need to win
Don't
one more.
worry about if we're bowl eligible.
Don't
You're
worry.
going to USC this weekend, right?
Yes, sir.
Holy cow.
They're not good.
I
though.
cannot.
They're
Neither
not
is
good.
UCLA. And UCLA came into Lincoln
I know.
and defeated the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Destroyed us.
That sucks.
So USC, Wisconsin, Iowa. I'm sure we'll win one of.
You'll win one of them.
Sure, we will.
My prediction is Nebraska wins one of their final three.
Really?
Yeah.
You going to go out on that limb?
I'm going to go out on that limb.
So, did you think we would win one of our last four last
I did.
year?
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Did you think we would win one of our last four this year as well? Okay, so
my
we're always on the five. Right
my
there.
thoughts are kind of meaningless, but they're
I'm
there
with you.
anyway.
I'm
And
with
like
you.
I said, I don't have a dog in the Nebraska fight. I'm a lifelong BYU fan, as it's been well
Right.
established on
Right.
this program.
And you know the best thing about the
awesome.
godless animals right now? They thought they were going to come into the Big 12.
And
It was
own it.
beneath them. They were going to dominate.
Yep.
And they're 1-5 in conference play. So just bask in that glory. It just feels so good. Kansas this weekend, though. That might be a tough. They might be the best 3-6 team in the country.
Kansas, was a rival with Missouri for years in the Big 12.
Yeah.
And I do not like the Jayhawks, so you must defeat them and crush them.
Well, that would be my preference. Yes. That would definitely be my preference.
Is it in Provo or is it in?
It's in Provo.
Okay, good.
At night.
Good. Oh, good. There you go.
So yeah, it should be really. It should be fine. All right. So our assumption has been for some time now that Jill Biden and Kamala Harris hate each other.
Clearly.
Uh-huh.
Jill has a number of people on her hate list.
Yeah. And Kamala's one of them.
Absolutely.
And this goes back to that debate where Kamala accused Biden of being a racist. And she went off on that. I was a 5-year-old girl taking a bus to school. Blah, 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 blah. And I don't think Jill ever got over that.
No way.
That's, according to reports, that's a fact. She never got over that.
Now, I know Kamala and Doug have said that they got together and baked cookies when they first got into the White House. Stop it.
Baloney.
Stop it.
But here's a little evidence. Cut 8.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah. Watch, bottom right is Jill just staring. And then Kamala shaking hands with people around her. Jill doesn't even turn toward her.
Not a chance. Not even an acknowledgement.
Play it again.
Okay, yeah.
Keep your eye.
Awesome.
Now, I think
Keep
it's
your eye
important
on Jill.
that Jill is making it clear to Kamala that I see that you're there. In other words, Jill's not acting like she's distracted by something off to her left. She's making sure that you see that I see that you're there.
Isn't that interesting?
Wow. And
the look on Kamala's face is just like, yep.
She doesn't even look at her.
That is awesome.
So I'm looking in your direction.
Kamala
but not
now
at
knows
you.
what Joe feels like.
Now watch
inside
Kamala's
the
face
White
on
House.
this, because she sits down and she realizes, okay,
Wow.
yep, here we are. Not even going to turn to say hello.
No, but she spent the most of the time looking like that. There was multiple pictures of them, Jill leaning back and Kamala leaning over, just begging for some kind of acknowledgement, and there was nothing. And Blinken is sitting there going,
Interesting.
I don't want nothing to do with those two.
Huh. How much are you looking forward to them being out of our lives
Have a nice
completely?
day.
What's
I
funny
can't
is
wait.
that KJP was asked about the relationship between Kamala and Biden.
Yes.
And this is her response.
Juicy.
We know that today, a week after the election, President Biden and Vice President Harris had a private lunch. How awkward was that?
I don't even understand. Why would it be awkward?
I don't know.
The president got squeezed out for her, and then she kept
Noodle it out, Curly.
And then she lost, and now she's
Why
back.
would you characterize it as awkward? They have regular lunches.
Have you seen them?
They meet and
Do they
talk
have regular lunches? Have they had a lunch since the
call it
campaign?
awkward?
Weirdness about the way that things have unfolded.
I don't think
Did
so.
you see them? Did you see them together yesterday as well when they honored our veterans and were together during the day, making sure that we didn't forget the brave men and women that fought for this country? Did you see them together yesterday? Did you see the
you
show
have
of
something to
force
read?
together?
There she goes. Now she does. Yes, she does have
I'm
something
not even
to
going to
read.
take the premise of the question. What I will say is
Well, say
What
is
will
what
you
I'm
say?
going to read.
President and the Vice President had lunch today. They've had
And she's
lunch
reading
many
it, too.
times. They have they communicate with each other regularly.
Okay.
And it's
Awkward.
happy
It is
family.
awkward.
It's super awkward.
It is awkward.
I love that question from Deucey.
How awkward was that?
And then Ducey, he's not done.
So great.
He asked one more question.
Oh, he
I
did?
think this is an
Okay.
important question that we need answered.
All right.
President Biden says that he's not going to pardon his son, Hunter. Is he going to ask Donald Trump to do that?
I don't have anything else to share about
That
that.
means
I'm not
yes.
going to go down a rabbit hole on this. I've been very clear. The president's been very clear when we've been asked this question.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Right?
It's gonna be very telling how long this conversation is today behind closed doors between Biden and Trump. Because the longer it goes, the more likely there's a deal being set up here.
Yep. You know for a fact the answer to that question is yes.
He's gonna ask.
Yes. Look, I'll pardon you if you pardon Hunter. Simple as that. And I think, fine. I'm fine with it.
I
Go
love,
ahead,
I am
do
too.
it.
I love how
I'm fine with it.
Biden has to ask first, or has to act first, because
Yes.
then
I
Trump
love
comes
that.
in office.
Then you got to trust him.
Which, by the way,
yes.
as far as Trump promises and stuff, RFK's like one of his top advisors says that Trump has honored every promise that he made to Robert Kennedy. So
cool
for what that's worth there.
All right. Okay, go to blazeelection.com/Pat right now, and because this isn't just a win, it's a turning point for America. President Trump's victory is a big moment for everyone who's tired of the usual spin, misleading stories, the outright lies from the mainstream media. While traditional networks scrambled, Blaze Media stayed true to our promise to bring you the truth as it happened. This is just a start of the future that we've got ahead of us, and the one we've been waiting for so long, where real stories matter. In a time when big media often focuses on distractions over facts, Blaze Media is here to set the record straight. We're committed to telling the truth, holding power accountable, and standing up for the values that make this country strong. But we can't do it without you. So by subscribing to Blaze Media, you're helping us reach Americans everywhere. And right now, you can get $47 off your annual membership. That's our biggest discount yet. Visit blazeelection.com/Pat and join us. Let's wake up America together, one truth at a time. blazeelection.com/Pat.
Living up the end of the world. Pat Gray returns next.
Yeah! Woo! Welcome to Wednesday. Hump Day. AAA. Hump Day.
That's what it is. What it's called.
That's what it is.
Mike.
I hate that so much.
Mike. What do you mean you hate it?
Welcome to Hump Day Wednesday, everybody. Good morning and welcome to the program this morning.
It's hump a
the
day.
Morning time.
It's hump
day. No, but that's how they say it back in the olden times when they were puking out the, the radio-isms, like Hump Day Wednesday. It's Hump Day Wednesday, everybody. Good morning.
Your favorite station in your metropolitan area.
Yes.
The Big Frog 109.9.
On Hump Day.
Back to the phones we go.
Got an all-request lunch hour coming up. Don't forget that at 12 high noon. And then in the bewitching hour of midnight. It's 2 for Tuesday on a special Wednesday edition. Good morning, everybody. But here, of course, in the morning, it's traffic and weather together every 5 minutes on the fours. So be listening for that. We'll have your update coming up in just a second.
Okay.
Representative Pramila Jayapal has some different thoughts, apparently,
What?
on ending the filibuster. This is fascinating. First of all, it's none of your business, okay? You're a representative. You're in the House. Don't worry about
Right.
Don't worry about what the
it.
Senate is doing.
How about you worry about your own job?
Good point.
But here she is talking about the filibuster in the Senate after last week's election results.
mentioned the filibuster several times. It may be the procedural tool that protects some of the investments that you spoke about with the Inflation Reduction Act, the Bipartisan Infrastructure Act. How do you square the demands that Democrats have with, filibuster reform and the fact that, given this,
this guy work
probable, Republican trifecta, that may be the tool that protects some of these investments that may be on the chopping block?
Well, look, I think this is where it goes back to before this election, right? If we had had control of the trifecta and gotten rid of the filibuster to pass minimum wage, to pass paid sick leave, to pass many of these things that are passing abortion access, that are passing on ballot measures that are so popular, those aren't going to the state legislatures either. Those are going to the ballot. Then I think we would have built some trust with the American people. Republicans, don't forget, already got rid of the filibuster for taxes. The tax scam didn't require 60 votes. And so I think that I don't think it's in opposition at all. I think, obviously, would I be, am I championing getting rid of the filibuster now when the Senate has the trifecta? No.
What a
but
surprise.
Had we had the trifecta, I would have been.
I mean, it's unreal. That's just the hypocrisy, the stupidity. We want it both ways. We just want our way. Yes. We don't want you guys around to be able to do or say anything.
Correct.
Rare moment of honesty.
Yeah, incredible, though. Incredible. Thanks for the honesty, I guess. Maybe. Weird. Also, the Blaze's own Steve Baker had some thoughts outside the courthouse yesterday after pleading guilty for his heinous crimes.
Thank you.
Fortunately, at some point soon.
Yeah, so he's
this guy's going to be behind bars, right?
Do we have a picture of him?
To be safe for democracy again?
Or a picture
we have
of
a
him?
video.
Okay,
we have a video.
But I want you to pay close attention.
So I guess he'll go in front of the judge again in March, right?
All right.
So hopefully,
so he's still free.
Hopefully, Trump.
So far.
Hopefully, Trump pardons everyone before then.
Good. Yeah.
You did. No, you did.
I made the decision specifically to avoid the shaming exercise of a trial. I've watched enough of these trials, as you know, from the media room and in the courtrooms to know that that's exactly what these are.
Yeah, that's right, Keith. I know you're looking at it right now.
I was trying to. If there are going to be pardons, if his campaign promise is kept, then I'm very confident that I'm at the top of the list.
Was that a factor in your decision to plead guilty?
It's 100% factored into that.
How so?
Well, because this is a roll of the dice, isn't it? I mean, it's really a risk I was willing to take, but after the election last Tuesday, and then after my pre-trial hearing last Wednesday, which was the very next day, I realized right then and there that the court's inflexibility was going to persist through a trial.
Yeah.
And that's why I informed my attorneys I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Okay, pause that right there. You can bring that screen back up, that final screen, because that sign behind him says no standing, no loitering, no move on U.S. federal property. Oh, that needs to be more charges on him. Okay. What he thinks he's doing.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, did the man not learn his lesson?
I guess not.
What a
I guess
scofflaw.
not.
He goes right outside the courthouse and says, I'm going to stand
right in front
here.
of the sign.
What did you just plead guilty to?
Parading.
Thank you.
Milling. Yep. He milled and paraded.
And entered a restricted area.
I don't know who he thinks he is, but that has got to be tagged
You're
on.
right. He hasn't learned his lesson
I
yet.
hope the judge
He needs
sees
to go
that.
back.
Oh, man.
So here's hoping for a pardon before he goes in for
thank
sentencing
heaven
in March.
Donald Trump was elected.
Yes.
Hopefully he'll pardon these guys.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome to it. Great to have you with us. Also with us now, Hilary Kennedy from the 4 Minute Buzz and HilaryKennedy.com and I don't know, whatever other projects you've got.
Yeah, what else are you doing?
What else?
Well, I'm mainly on the gram. I say this pretty much every time I come in here.
Instagram?
After having children, it's like really narrowed what I'm able to spend time doing. So yeah, Instagram, just Hillary with one L, Hilary Kennedy.
Mm-hmm. But there's people.
What'd you say?
Don't you have people to take care of your kids?
I wish. I mean, I guess my mom would probably say that she's one of those people.
Well, there you go.
she helps me quite a bit.
There you go.
Yeah.
But Hillary, of course, a big UFC fan. I think do you watch boxing too?
So I grew up watching boxing with my grandpa. He was a big boxing fan, and he boxed in the military and all of that. So that's why the Tyson-Paul fight finally is happening.
I know.
That's going to be so great.
This Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be in Dallas, Texas, at the AT&T Stadium. It's going to be streamed on Netflix. You can catch it there.
Chris will be there. Extra charge to
Chris
watch
is gonna
this
be there. Yeah,
on
so
Netflix.
Right.
Why aren't you going?
This is huge. Well, that's a really good
I have
question.
kids, and I don't have
It's a really good
That's-
question.
I tried to get media pass. Chris as well. Chris is a paying customer. But yeah, my big
you wouldn't
fear
go
is
without
that this is going to be a very quick fight.
I know.
And that's kind of where I was like, ooh, do I drive all? Do I pay
know.
for a sitter, drive all the way downtown? You know what I mean? When I can watch it on
Because they have
Netflix.
other events and stuff. You know, they have
Right.
obviously the card is going on, so
Yes.
it'll be fun. But the main event is, man, they better not be a draw and something.
No, that's what I'm worried about.
I know.
I'm worried about the opposite of a quick knockout. I'm worried about it's a draw.
We're
It
knocking
comes
it
down
out,
to
yes.
it's a crappy fight, and they just both kind of circle each other and jab
Yes.
once in a while. I don't want this.
There's
to
a lot
do
of
that.
body shots. Well, so,
I want a real fight.
I want to fight. Damn it!
Yeah.
I want somebody to go down.
Yes.
Do you think that it's scripted?
No, I don't think it's scripted.
I've seen
and
a lot of rumors about that.
I have to, because it is a huge payday for both of them.
Yeah.
What are they making?
I don't think it's scripted.
$12.50.
And it seems like
$12.50
Holy
I don't know
cow.
if the
each
two
one
of
of them.
them.
Each one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, not just they're not split.
Just wait. I guess
They're
just
excited.
let them finish.
So they're going to have over 60,000 fans in attendance, and the gate exceeds 15 million, which would be the largest.
Okay, but what I'm seeing
in history outside of Vegas
is that a lot of people suspect Tyson's going to take a fall in about 2 or 3 rounds in. And what was this thing about the exhibition nonsense?
So here's what we need to be worried about. Texas put some sanctions on this fight, saying that Tyson has to pass a brain test, a heart test the day before. If he doesn't pass those with flying colors, then we've got problems. And
which is possible.
It is very possible. And the problem is that most other states said, no, we won't even sanction this fight at all. So Texas it's one of the reasons they had to have it here.
And it's because he's 58.
Yes. So
and Jake Paul is 27.
Grown-ass man.
I know.
He wants to get in the ring. Let him get in the ring.
Yeah. So I have a clip of him talking about that, I believe, where he's talking about some of his medical problems.
Okay.
If we've got that.
A week and a half ago, I was training, and I was doing great, and then all of a sudden I started feeling tired. And I was explaining to my trainer, I don't know what's wrong with me.
The first one, right?
Coming here from Miami on the plane, I went to the bathroom and I threw up blood. Well, next thing I know, I'm on the floor. I was defecating tar. I asked the doctor, am I going to die? And she didn't say no. She
Too much
said,
information. Too much.
That's when I got nervous.
No, thank you, man.
Exercise-wise, I would take it slow at the beginning.
I can't wait to get out of this motherfucker, man. God, I want to fight and start training. I don't want to die in a hospital bedroom. I want to die in the ring.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Okay.
He says he's ready for it. But yeah, it's crazy. He had already won 45 fights and had 2 heavyweight belts when Jake Paul was born.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that tells you the kind of experience that he had. But his health problems, these are real. He said he lost all of his coordination, his stamina. He said that, he could have fought Jake Paul, like right before that happened. He's like, I could have fought him that day and beat him. But he was like, I almost died. I had to have 8 blood transfusions. So he's really had to scratch his way back to get into shape.
Wow.
He has given up marijuana while training to fight Jake Paul because that's like one of the only things
we make.
Yes, it's one of the only things Texas would have said, no, you can't fight.
That means his trainer in the corner's got that bong ready to fire up as soon as this fight's over, man.
But I think we also have a clip of Jake Paul training versus Mike Tyson training, and you can see the difference in how they
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
so this is the original one, yeah.
So Jake
getting
Paul,
punched by a girl.
Okay, so that's nothing.
All right.
He's doing a lot of traditional fighter kind of gym exercises.
Yeah.
Working with his trainer.
Right.
He is
typical.
A good fighter.
Absolutely.
Yes. I wouldn't want to get in the ring with him either.
He's turning into a pretty legitimate fighter.
Yes.
And then here's, this guy is ferocious.
Is a machine.
He did say that his alter ego, Iron Mike, is coming back out.
Yeah, well, he said the one clip that they posted where Mike was watching a video of Jake training. And Jake was mouthing off, talking about I'm gonna kick Tyson's butt, and I'm a killer.
I'm gonna put him to sleep.
And Tyson was like, the press has made him a killer. Social media has made him a killer. That's manufactured. I'm a natural-born killer.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the way he says it is so eerie because you believe him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I think the thing that people are really grappling with
I'm going to be pissed if Texas doesn't let him fight.
Me too.
I think the odds are probably pretty good that they'll let him fight. I mean, when we've got that many people.
Netflix can't let that happen.
And,
Here's $2 million. He's fighting.
But
Shut
Tyson's
up, Texas
had
judges.
Knee problems, back problems. Just 2 years ago, he was in a wheelchair and walking with a cane because he had really severe sciatica. So it's hard to imagine someone who was in a wheelchair just 2 years ago getting up and fighting Jake Paul in his prime. He looks really good. But who do you want to win? Because I want Tyson to win. I want him to prove that age and wisdom and experience trump youth and arrogance every time.
I'm torn.
I'm with you.
I'm torn.
I'm an old man. I'm closer to Mike's age than Jake, so let's go for the old man.
And I don't want it to tarnish his legacy further either.
Yeah, that's my childhood right there.
Yes.
That's my childhood.
Yeah.
Let's go, Mike Tyson.
What do you think,
I remember my grandfather telling me about the Mike Tyson fights. When he was in his prime. And
okay.
And did the story sound intriguing?
They did.
Yeah,
they did. Okay. And I went back and watched some of the tape.
Did you?
I want Mike to win.
Okay.
I do. I'm rooting for Mike
too.
to win.
I do
but I just don't. I just want it to be a real fight.
Yes.
I just want it to be a real fight.
Yeah.
Me too.
I don't care. I really don't care. But do I want Mike to win? Yeah.
I just don't want either of them to be killed. And I think there's a possibility of it.
Yes.
But he said,
Agreed.
look, if he drops over and dies, he wants to do it in the ring.
Yeah, that's true.
Let it happen.
Well, and to Jake Paul's credit, he's been very respectful. He's giving Mike Tyson a lot of honor and saying, like, it's an honor to even get in the ring with you. Like, you're a legend and you're a king. So he is being respectful about it. He's not being a total jerk, which I appreciate. Because usually he's a total jerk.
We gave him he gave him a pigeon, too, at the press conference that they had this week. And apparently it was a I don't know, some kind of special pigeon.
Yeah, Mike raises Asia, the homing, the racing, and the racing,
and that's why it was a big deal. Yeah. And Tyson said, "This is really low quality, low breeding. I'm going to feed it to my falcon."
Oh no!
And Jake Paul is like, "We paid thousands of dollars for that."
We got screwed. And then Mike said,
"I'm just kidding. I would never feed it to a falcon." That's what he said. So he doesn't have the killer instinct that he once did. Because before, I don't think he would have said he was kidding.
Broke the neck right there.
Yeah. He would have. He would have killed the pigeon and eaten it.
Right. Just bit the head off right then. Yeah.
Broke the neck right there. I said, "Yeah, I'm giving it to
Okay, I guess I couldn't wait to feed it to my falcon. I was a bit hungry myself."
Awesome. That's old Mike.
Yeah, that's old Mike. Yeah. That's not new Mike.
He's turned over a new leaf.
Yeah. So, and then on Saturday, there's a big UFC fight, right?
Yes. It's like the weekend of dreams.
Nice.
So Saturday night, it's UFC 309 at Madison Square Garden. And the big fight is Stipe Miocic and John Jones. So these two, because Miocic...
I thought Stipe retired.
He did. So he hasn't fought for like the last 3 years. So that's why this is a big deal. And he was supposed to fight John Jones, I want to say it was like a year ago. But John Jones was injured, and they offered Stipe to fight someone else in his place, and he's like, "Nope, I'm waiting for John. Like, I'm going to hold out until this can happen." So that's what he's done. But he's 42 years old. He lost to Francis Ngannou back at UFC 260, and he hasn't fought since then.
And that was 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what
So
happens.
who has the heavyweight title now? It's not John Jones anymore, right?
No, it's...
Bill.
Bill does.
Bill has it.
Bill.
Okay, Bill.
You?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I knew you
No
followed
problem.
closely enough
Yeah, I
to
do, man.
tell us.
But John Jones is, I mean, he's regarded as the GOAT, but they're both saying after this fight, they might retire. Like, this might be the last one for both of them. But UFC fighters are always claiming this stuff.
Yeah,
for
they
it.
sure are.
Back, so who knows?
Yes, they do.
But it's going to be,
Trump
pretty
there?
interesting. Oh, I hope so. I mean, he's probably pretty
That'd be
busy,
fun.
but
That'd be
it would
awesome.
be awesome if
Be
he
fun.
was.
I know he said when
But
he
yeah,
was with Joe Rogan.
this fight, though, I think it's going to be a good one because they've got some emotion behind it. Because most of these fighters have a mutual respect, and so often the beef is very manufactured just to get people interested. But Stipe was doing an interview, and he called John Jones the B word. And John Jones didn't like that very much and said, that's major disrespect. So he said, "You're going to regret saying that on Saturday."
A couple of things. Chris tells me that on Rogan, I don't remember this, but he said that if he wins the presidency, he'll be at the fight. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yay.
Okay. And then the other thing is this, would you recognize the name if I said the heavyweight title holder? Daniel Dubois? Does that sound right? Daniel?
No, it's not Bill.
That's not Bill.
That's not Bill.
I mean,
No,
thanks for the help, Keith, but it's not
There's
Bill.
a couple of new fighters that I haven't seen fight often, and he could be one of them. Because
It says interim champion promoted. That sounds dirty.
I'm the type of fan
they're trying to.
that
Now you're
it's gotta
taking
be-
it away from Bill.
I don't
That's
care
what's
for that.
happening.
It sounds rigged to me.
I like Strickland and Covington and all the people that are kind of in our world, and like
Yeah.
those are the fighters that
Yeah,
I
I
typically
don't-
follow.
I don't know
But
about-
I'm not one of those super fans that watches all the fights. I don't. Like, I pick favorites and I watch them.
I'm the guy that will turn it on as soon as the Tyson-Paul fight begins, and I'll turn it off as soon as it's over.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. Unless it's like a really good female fight that's on the card. Otherwise, I don't watch.
I mean, Netflix, you got to watch the whole fight night, right? On Netflix Friday night. You got to watch the card.
Well, and they do have a good female fight on Friday
I'm
night.
interested in
Katie
their
Taylor
production.
and Amanda Serrano. Serrano I've seen before.
Is it going to be
So-
a bloody one for
so
you?
that,
Serrano's awesome.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Serrano's awesome.
she's tough. So
Hair
I
pulling,
think that
blood.
would be worth
Yeah.
sticking around for too if you're going to watch the
You don't
Tyson
want none
fight.
of her, man.
No.
You don't want none of her.
All right. Thanks, Hillary.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Looking forward to the weekend. All right. For a limited time, you can get up to 50% off Beam's Cyber Monday sale early at shopbeam.com/Pat. Enter the promo code Pat at checkout, and you'll get 50% off. This is Beam's Dream Powder. It is delicious. It'll help you get to sleep, stay asleep, and then wake up without being groggy and listless the whole next day. This is all natural. It's delicious, like sea salt flavors, all kinds of different delicious flavors, and only 15 calories, 0 added sugar. You're going to love this stuff. It is fantastic. And again, go to ShopBeam, shop, B-E-A-M, shopbeam.com/Pat. Enter the promo code Pat when you check out, and you'll get up to 50% off. ShopBeam.com/Pat. Okay, you know about the fired FEMA employee, right? That supposedly ordered people to skip Donald Trump houses.
Right.
Supporters of Donald Trump, if you had hurricane damage, sorry, we're going to skip your house because you had a sign that let us know that you're a Trump supporter outside.
And this is what was reported for Florida, right?
Yeah.
After Milton.
Yes.
Yes. So she was fired, but she has come out since saying, yeah, that wasn't an isolated incident.
Right.
Apparently, this goes a little deeper than that.
A little surprise
she had
there,
to say.
huh?
Yeah.
Stating that I was fired. They all alleged that these actions were made on my own recognizances and that it was for my own political advances. However, if you look at the record, there is what we call a community trend. And unfortunately, it just so happened that the political hostility that was encountered by my team, and I was on 2 different teams during this deployment, they just so happened to have the Trump campaign signage. FEMA always preaches avoidance first and then de-escalation. So this is not isolated. This is a colossal event of avoidance, not just in the state of Florida, but you will find avoidance in the Carolinas.
Told you.
Senior leadership will lie to you and tell you that they do not know. But if you ask the DSA crew leads and specialists what they are experiencing in the field, they will tell you. Demand for FEMA to give you those incident reports.
Okay, well, she's blaming it, though, not on a political situation. She's blaming it on these people are hostile toward FEMA, so we're skipping them. That's what she's saying.
Right. Avoidance and then de-escalation.
Right. And the de-escalation part is if they don't want you there, don't go in there.
Right.
This is part of, it seems to me it's part of the FEMA employees were being hunted by Trump supporters stuff. That's nonsense. Were they? Yeah.
Were they?
Get out of here.
So, and then that means that Trump was right when he talked about in that conference that the mainstream media made fun of him of FEMA not going to Trump houses. He was right about that, and they mocked him on it.
Yeah, they did. And it was true.
It was true.
It was actually true. Now, her excuse is that's because they were hostile. But, yeah. What are you going to say, though?
That's what you're picking up from that? I don't know. I feel like it's a larger directive from above her.
Yes, it is. But
But you're saying it's
for their safety, is what she's saying.
But is she saying that they have the encounters and then they de-escalate, or just by not showing up? That's the de-escalation. That's what I'm hearing. Like, I'm hearing that, you know what, we don't want to even go to the Trump people because otherwise it's going to be a big problem because they hate us at the federal government level. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I got out of that. But she was also talking about that de-escalation, which led me into maybe they had gone to a couple, and then they were told, don't worry about that. Don't do that anymore. I don't know. Absolutely. The original time when we talked about it, when it was the Florida thing, we had talked about there's no way that this didn't happen in the Carolinas. We knew it didn't. I mean, we absolutely knew that it happened. They just didn't talk about it, but there you go.
The land grab has begun in North Carolina, by the way, with basically the buyouts and all that stuff that we've talked about, especially on overtime. I mean, it's so sad.
It was nice of the governor to already point out that they can't rebuild there.
And they're using...
We can't let these people rebuild.
Well, it's just too dangerous. The homes will all collapse.
Using the threat
we don't want that.
of taking their kids. Oh, you can't raise them here.
It's 100-year flood, and we can't allow that to happen.
No. It's just unsafe. Yeah. It's unsafe. So go somewhere else.
For your safety.
Bad.
Wow. Yeah, crazy. Also, The Daily Show is saying that Dems are aligning with Trump.
Well, okay, so these are ads.
Is this Jon Stewart?
Yeah, these are ads that that came out in the final weeks of the campaign. Democrats realizing, oh crap, we should probably align ourselves with Trump's views, and of course, it still failed for them writ large.
Yeah.
We can't let China steal Wisconsin jobs.
Benefits for illegal immigrants? No way. Blocking support for white farmers? I mean, look at me.
Standing with law enforcement against defunding the police.
I've owned a gun my whole life.
Let me be clear. I don't want boys playing girls' sports.
You all know
Why'd you vote for it then twice?
For sex changes.
My God.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, that is kind of fun.
That is.
Everybody was distancing themselves from the psychotic leftism.
And now, you may have played it yesterday, but now we've got AOC asking her followers, let me know what you're listening to, what podcasts, what shows you're listening to, so I can get a better picture.
Oh, yeah. She sent a message to conservatives. She wants to know from conservatives.
What are you listening to? What
podcast are you listening to? She wants to increase her knowledge.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
That's what I said.
Tune in, AOC.
Yep. Speaking of that, did you see that the so-called Nostradamus, Allan Lichtman, is making all these excuses now for being so wrong on his big...
Well, after he went away, right? He had to go away for a few days after the election.
So now he's figured out how he was wrong?
Okay.
Yeah, he took some time off.
I like it.
And he did some research.
Did
and
some
now
Nostradamusin.
He figured out what the problem is.
Okay, what?
And so he went to report on this to... where did he go? He was on, I don't know, somebody's show here recently. Chris Cuomo. He went on Chris Cuomo's show, and he said, as I said, things could go wrong. There could be unprecedented events that change the pattern of 160 years of history, and that's what happened here. So what happened was misinformation from Fox News and conservative podcasters.
This guy has to be the most sad,
how do we allow this guy to be pretend with his Nostradamus?
Everything he says is an excuse. 2000, I got wrong technically, but they stole it, so...
So his system is so fragile, you couldn't overcome Fox News, a few podcasters, and the other thing he blamed was Elon Musk being a billionaire. That's pretty weak. When the other side of this equation has George Soros, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, NBC, ABC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, the New York Times, the Washington Post, the LA Times, the Dallas Morning News, every single Hollywood actor and actress. But you couldn't overcome
around America.
You couldn't overcome
Dallas
Fox
Morning
News.
But okay,
come on now. It's incredible.
That's amazing.
Excuses now that are pouring out of these people.
Perhaps maybe the campaign shouldn't have been, making all their friends and family wealthy with campaign funds throughout the campaign.
All right.
Just a thought.
I got to tell you about Angel Studios' new movie before we end here today. It's called Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Assassin. And it brings you the story of a moral hero who did what most people didn't have the guts to do. He stood up to Hitler. This movie isn't just powerful, it's practically a cure for the anti-Semitism that's sadly still bouncing around the world today. And here's the kicker. Angel Studios, for the first time ever, is offering free tickets to anti-Semites. If you don't believe me, I'll let them tell you about it.
Angel Studios' new movie, Bonhoeffer, tells the story of a moral hero who stood up to Hitler as few did. The movie is a powerful antidote to the rampant anti-Semitism sweeping the world today, which is why we're doing something a bit unexpected. Announcing free tickets for anti-Semites. That's right. If you're stupid enough to hate Jews for being Jews, you can watch Bonhoeffer completely free. After all, who needs to better understand the evil of anti-Semitism more than anti-Semites? So check out Bonhoeffer today, though we hope you're the kind of person who will have to pay for your ticket.
So if you are the kind of person that has to pay for your ticket, grab your ticket at angel.com, ANGEL, angel.com/free tickets. And if you know an anti-Semite in desperate need of some serious perspective,
that's awesome.
Feel free to pass along that link.
I mean,
because how many people are going to go there and admit? Oh, Jeff Fisher will go there
for free tickets
and be like, "I'll be an anti-Semite for any kind of freebie." That's me.
So Bonhoeffer hits theaters November 22nd. Don't miss it. That's 9 days from today. All right.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
I don't know. You want a feel good video to finish with? Maybe we could do
that's not some kind of animal thing, is it?
No, it's not an animal kind of thing.
Anytime I hear
No,
Keith.
Do we have time? We only have
It's
a
a
minute.
veteran. It's a great.
Watch this cat
No.
push a bowl across the
No,
floor.
it's a 17, video 17, 101-year-old veteran meets his great-great-granddaughter. This is beautiful. Look at this surprise.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Look at this. All right, here we go. Big reveal.
She's over here to the right.
Look here at me.
No, you're right.
Oh, Jeffy.
Your other right.
Sweetie. What in the world are you doing?
Isn't that sweet?
That is.
I love it.
What are you doing?
That's a
You
miracle.
got that kiss, sweetie. Oh, is it?
Great-great-granddaughter.
My goodness alive.
God bless that hero.
That's awesome.
Getting to meet her. What? Ruin it. Come on, guys.
Not
you got
a
a few
word.
seconds to ruin it. Let's go.
Not
Well,
a
it's
word.
no cat batting at a string. I'll
No,
say
it is
that.
not.
I
It is
could
not a
bring
cat.
those
Pretty darn
in
close.
if you would like.
Pretty darn close.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.